The spacing control allows you to adjust your margin and padding on your component. By default, it's disabled, so let's go ahead and enable the option. And now we get a new set of controls where we can adjust the margin and padding on our object. Here I have a box selected, and everything is set to 0 currently. Now the margin will apply to everything outside of the box, while the padding applies to the area inside the box. So if I go ahead and add some margin to our box, you can see it creates space at the top area between our object and the content around it. And the same if I add 5 here to the bottom, it gives us that space on the bottom of the object. Now we can also link the sides so the values update together. So if I press the dotted line here, it goes blue and the controls highlight to blue. And now I can set the side margin, and you can see it moves in on both sides equally, and so I can set the top and bottom as well. So padding applies to the inside of the component, and if let's go and pick 5, and you can see it brings the content in there, and let's do the same there, and it's obviously again the same here. So we've added padding inside the object, and margin is for setting things outside the object. Now we can also manually control the spacing on these, so rather than relying on these theme settings, because this sizing here is all pulled in from the spacing in the theme studio, and you can create your own custom spacing. So I could call this one big space, and we could set that to whatever size we wanted, and now it's available in the drop down. But if you want to manually control it, you press this little mask and paintbrush icon, and this resets it to 0. But what I can do, I can drag and change the value here. Now this, you just click and drag, and this moves it in increments of 5. If we want finer grain control, if you hold down Shift, you can see it moves just by 1. And again, we can link the sides, and that happens at the same time. And all of this is live updating in the editor. And if we don't want margin and padding, we can simply switch it off again. All right, I hope you found this tutorial useful, and you can find out more about margin and padding in the online Elements manual.